So anyone listening to Acts that you evaluate and get a deeper understanding of what you're committed to, and have the courage to commit to the thing that you know you should be committed to. After going through your own rites of passage, right? What do you believe matters more? Being motivated to accomplish a goal or being committed to accomplishing a goal?
A motivation is an infomercial. If you remember years ago, they had the thing, what is it, the ShamWow? It's a hand towel, right? But if you saw it, or the exercise videos, or the jewelry, or the cooking, the cookware, something, or whatever it was, a household item, and you're really excited about, oh, that works really good. I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of those. And the moment the commercial goes off, you forgot about it, right? I could be motivated to do something, but that's fleeting. The commitment is enduring. The commitment is what lets you know where your discipline is, right? So I'm not always motivated to raise my children. And that's something I could be honest about. But there's never a time I'm not committed, ever. And those are two different things. And the motivation shows up, I mean, I'm in the move, you know what I mean? I'm in the space. And when the motivation leaves, I still got to be on the move. I still got to be in the space, because I want them to know that even though I may not do well with other things, and I may have my rise and falls with that, any rise and fall I have with you doesn't stop the love. It doesn't stop my earnestness or my steadfastness to help you be the best version of you can be. And I want to be in a space where what I've imparted to them, they'll in turn help me be a better version of myself, because I'm learning from them every day too. So I think that commitment is just really letting you know how strong your discipline is. So.
And I want to touch on two things, right? One, on the children. My grandmother told me this, Granny G, who just passed, so respect her.
Bless.
She was telling me that she was saying adults don't know what they're doing. They can learn way more from children if they paid attention.
Sure.
And I can say this at this point. People say, you know, oh, your daughter, this and that, but I feel like my daughter's 11. I feel I learned more from her than she learned from me. No, real talk, Fire. Like,
no, I agree. I'm laughing in
really,
agreement.
Really learning about like life and human beings and love.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Completely.
Yeah. So I think people, this disconnect between adult and child with the labeling, I think they're not learning as much from youth as they could.
Yes.
If they're open with a different perspective. I think it's always about what I pour into my child, but I understand what the child pours into you.
Yeah. It's important for elders and young elders and elder statesmen to gain wisdom from youth. It keeps them vital. It keeps them mentally virile too. It's really important, because you got a chance, and not to listen to them for trendy things, right? But listen to them for real guidance and cornerstones of building wisdom and knowledge. You know, I think that that's really important, because we need each other. It's a cyclical thing. Like women need men, elders need youth. Like it has to be a committed connection, you know, and one that isn't based on quote unquote taking advantage. You know what I mean? What's the word I'm looking for? It has to be a level of a symbiotic relationship, because we can't progress without one another. There's wisdom that an elder has that a child needs. There's wisdom that a child has that an elder needs. And it's funny, because when you think about being on both parts of the spectrum, both of them are closer to the creator. The child is super close to the creator. The elder is super close to the creator. And it's important for them to continue talking to each other, for that cycle to continue, for that wisdom to bud in the middle. You know what I mean? And on the outskirts as well.
And I want to touch on the commitment one more time, right? I believe a lot of people are committed to stuff. They just committed to the wrong stuff. I think they need to reanalyze what they're committed to. Some of the things they are committed to are easier, much easier than the thing they should be committed to, and that's why they kind of lax you on that. So anyone listening to Acts that you evaluate and get a deeper understanding of what you're committed to, and have the courage to commit to the thing that you know you should be committed to.
Ooh. Hold on, that's a question?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm agreeing with you. I was like, that was heavy, bro.
I was adding because, like,
I agree.
people are committed to a lot of stuff. It's just not beneficial to them.
Yeah, I think, but that's what comes with clarity of focus, right? So I think I was saying, when you look in yourself, are you moving from a scarcity? So I didn't quite say this, but if the energy speaking to me is coming from a place of love and abundance, that's a good place for me to go from. But if it's coming from a place of insecurity or a scarcity mindset, which also ties into insecurity, if you think there's not a lot of something, you're kind of chasing it instead of walking in it, if that makes sense.
It's a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, but you're right. You could definitely be committed to the chase, right? And we say words like grind, you know what I mean? And when you think about grinding something, you know, you don't want your joints to grind because now you're going to have inflammation and unnecessary pain, you know? Pain is something that is necessary in life for growth and understanding, but unnecessary pain, it's literally in the word. It's unnecessary, right? For somebody to say, here's another commitment thing, that committed to the wrong thing. When people say I love listening to words, right? And I need to learn other languages so I can really get a better grasp. I understand a little bit of Spanish, well, a lot of Spanish, but I'm a hopeless romantic. It's hopeless. So you're committed to being hopeless. So, and I said, funny enough, I say this in my book, don't be a martyr in your own story. Because if you're a hopeless romantic, you're resigned to continually be in a space where there's no hope. Why would anyone do that? You know what I mean? And if you're on your grind, I think, funny enough, people quote Nas all the time, sleep is the cousin of death. And I was like, well, that cousin needs therapy.
Fact. If you're not sleeping, you're not going to make it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, because there's a point where you do have to be seriously locked in and you do lose sleep sometimes, but I never sleep. That's going to cause some serious hormonal imbalances in your body and put you in a space. And I'm not no doctor. I may have played with it on TV a couple times, bro. I know that's not a good thing.